Hi y'all, this is Pam at Pink Dragonflies fiddling around with my camera trying to get it to be where I need it to be. So there we go, I think we're good enough. Okay, so I'm Pam from Pink Dragonfly Wingz, and I have another project today. Again, this is not my idea. I got this. You know, I have been scrapbooking for years. I've only been junk journaling for about 2 years. But I never thought about doing a masterboard until I started watching Ceri Griffiths, Ceri the Crafter. So please go by, check him out. He's got some wonderful ideas, very good artist. And so we are going to make these. I think I made one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 tags. I've got a big journaling tag, 2 smaller journaling tags, and then I had these 2 little strips left over. I had a piece of paper, piece of cardstock that had an inch cut off of it. Why did it have an inch cut off of it? Who goodness, who knows? Sometime or another it got an inch cut off of it. So I used that. So when I got to the end, then these 2 suffered the loss of the inch. So, but I can use these. These are tags. These are journaling cards. Now, I can either use these as tags, or I can turn them around and use them as a pocket. And I think that would be fine. So I did not round anything. These I rounded for tags. These I rounded for journaling cards. These I just left square because I'm not real sure what I'm going to use them for. And I didn't put tabs or not tabs, but holes or anything in here. And the main reason that I did not do that is because sometimes I like to put a hole and put an eyelet in there, and then string some thread or sari silk or something like that through there. And sometimes I just want to staple a little piece on here or glue on here. So I didn't want to be stuck with what I could do with them later, because these are all going in my stash. And so I didn't put any tops on them on the tags or anything like that. So I will do that when I get ready to use them. On the back, this is called, it is, let me trim this, that's going to drive me crazy. It's called Cicada Wing paper. Now, I don't think it's from real cicadas, surely not. But I think it's very thin. It's a very thin paper. And I saw it online, so I ordered it. I ordered a few pages of it, and you can see here it's very, very thin. A lot like tissue paper. Very strong. It doesn't tear very well. I was going to collage the back of this and tear it with these little papers. Nah, they didn't tear very good. So I just covered the whole card, the whole thing, in one sheet of the Cicada wing paper. And so I'll show you the back of this before we start. And I just put it on here. And I used, what did I use? Multi-matte medium, I think, on the back of it. Put the paper down and then put another kind of glossy part on the side. I mean, on the top. Gracious, I can't speak. And so it has a couple of little lines in it, but not bad. I did try writing. I didn't know whether I could really write on this paper before I used it. And since I'm using tags and journaling cards to make out of this, then I thought, okay. So I wrote, can I write on this? And yes, the first one is a ballpoint pen. And so I'm sure it's upside down, but there you go. And this bottom one is a pen like this. It is a Uniball a uni ball pen. Either one worked very well. I did try a pencil. The pencil didn't do too good. So it's going to have to be some form of ink. But this was the ballpoint pen that I used, and this was the Uniball pen. They both worked perfectly. So that is okay. I didn't want to make these and then have nobody be able to write on them. So, all right, here we go, and we're going to use washi tape, and then we may use a few stickers. I did on these, but we'll see. We'll see what flies in at the moment and how it turns out, and there we'll go. And so this is our cardstock we're going to use. It's already covered on the back. That way you don't have to cover each individual tag. It's all ready to go. All right, so what we're going to use is our glue stick. Get my glasses back on. I tell you, these allergies with my eyes just driving me nuts. So, okay, here we go. And I started with this one last time because now when Ceri did his, he had lots of wider washi tapes. I don't have that many wide ones. Most of this washi tape I've had for 100 years since I started scrapbooking. And so I don't have a whole lot of the newfangled pretty ones. I do have some pet tape, and I thought maybe later I might try making one of these using just that, but I want to think about that a bit because that tape is kind of expensive. But I have lots of tape, lots of washi, lots of different styles and stuff. Some of it's just kind of old, and the patterns are a little old, but I'm not buying any more until I use up this. So got to find ways to use up this stuff. So there we go. So now Ceri pulled his off in one long sheet and then tore it in 3 pieces. And I am going to just tear mine as I go because some of my pieces ended up being so big when I got them torn off that didn't work. And so we're going to use 3 pieces of each piece of tape. Why 3? I don't know, because Ceri did. So there you go. You know, I'm not, and this is his, I don't know whose idea it is. I have seen lots of people do these, but I really like watching his Masterboard makes because he just has such a good eye for things. Mine don't turn out that pretty, but the process is the same. So there we go. But I'm going to just start over here in this little corner. And I'm going to make sure they're down really good. You want to make sure this really sticks. And so if you have a little bone folder that you can run over it, that would be great. And I'm going to just get another piece. And I use lots and lots of florals in my journaling stuff. So I will be able to use these just all the time. I would like to play around with a few more styles and things like that, but I'll have to look and see what kind of washi I have and go from there. So, because I'm not buying any, I am using up my stash. So we have one more little piece over here, and we're gonna put it down over here. I'm gonna do this one down out in the middle. Okay, oops. And it is gluey and sticky and all that. You make sure you get all those edges really good because you're going to be cutting this in a minute and you don't know for sure where those cuts are going to fall. So you want to make sure all of the corners and all of the internal part of whatever you're putting down sticks really well because you don't want to cut it and then have it come apart. So all right, so we've used that one. We'll put him over here because just to help me remember. Oh, I've already used that one. Let's close up those scissors. Get him out of the way. And I have to have my water over here because this glue gets on my fingers so much that I periodically have to wipe my fingers off. So, all right. So let's pick out another pretty piece of washi. And let's see. There's a pretty orange something. So let's put, the hardest part is trying to find the end of your washi. And sometimes that's kind of hard to do. So I got 1, 2, and 3. And you go in the already used pile. So we're going to put you right here. Come on. I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 of these. They'll sit there for a few seconds before they dry. Now that one's stuck to my glue stick. I tell ya, I don't know if y'all can see me over here doing this glue thing. Me and glue we just don't G-haul sometimes. Alright, we'll put you down in that corner. And I think we'll put you at the top of this. Doesn't matter. I do kind of overlap just a little bit so I can make sure that they're really good and covered. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Don't be afraid to turn it upside down, turn it over, do whatever you want to do. There we go. And let's see. And let's see what this one's going to look like. We'll put I know that this is long. It's kind of boring just watching somebody tear and glue. Let me put this over here so you can see my little glue station here. I'm going to put my little washi tapes on here and put my other washi tape on here. And we'll put the other washi tape on there. And then we'll start gluing them down. And you just I don't make them go all the same direction. I want some diversity here, so we'll just make it work. Here, and I think we'll put this one over here down the side. We'll put it up in the corner. I like to get those corners done because they kind of terrify me a little bit. That one's stuck to the bottle. Oh my goodness. Okay, put your water bottle up there. Let's glue, glue, glue. That's a pretty blue one. Let's do it down here. Do those, put you in the finished pile. How about this one? Okay, maybe you have no ending. And so I'm going to go ahead and tear some of these. We'll get 2 done with 1 stone here. Okay, we'll put you back over there, get our glue stick, and we're gonna put you up here. Glue, glue, glue. And I don't know. Me and gluing, I am gonna go ahead and put this one over here just because I've got it and it's stuck to my fingers. So we'll just put you there. And then we'll put you down. Put you down. Put you down. And I know that washi is self-adhesive, but I also know that even the good washi over time loses its kind of loses its sticky, and so I don't trust it to last for a long time. So what I'm going to do is put glue on the back of it to kind of help. And how about we scoot you down here before we start getting into too many weird designs and things, and then I'm up the proverbial creek with a paddle or without a paddle. Let's see, let's put you right here. And I try to put it just right up to the edge so I don't have to cut any off. But if you want to do that differently, you certainly can do that. Let's put you across this direction. And here we go. There's you a pretty one for the corner. All right, we have all 4 corners done. We'll get this one. And then I am going to kind of speed up this section if I can figure out how to do it, so that you can see what I'm doing, but yet you're not sitting here painfully following along. So I'm going to try to speed it up and get it all covered, and then I'll slow it back down when it's all covered. And we'll see what we have and what we got. And I'm not going to talk, because when I when I speed it up, then I'll sound like a chipmunk. So I'm gonna not talk. I'm just gonna put these papers on here, get these glued down. We'll come back and we'll see what we have. So here we go. Glue stick. touch you. Okay, we are about to be finished with this. So, I'm going to slow everything back down and finish this up. If you watched carefully, you saw some of my little bloopers there. Is one of the pieces of tape I tried to put on backwards. And I mean, you know, it's just always an exciting trip when you fly with me, because we never know what's going to happen. But we have almost got it. So there we go. And as you can see, I don't have a lot of just really pretty washies. I have some, but not very many. But I need to use them up so I can purchase some new ones. And I think this looks like a perfect piece for this little spot right here. Really should have probably thrown my paper away by now because it's getting kind of sticky, but that's all right. That's all right. And then right here I have some butterflies, and I'm going to put those right here. Now on the other one I did use some stickers, but I don't know that I want to use any stickers on this one. I don't want them to all be the same. We'll put you guys right there in the center where you can be the center of the show. Okay, we've got one more little strip down here. We could find a little strip like you. You would be perfect. Okay, we'll get you and put some glue on the back of it. There we go. Now, do we see any other little spots? Oh, we have one right over here. And I think that what I'm going to do is put another one of those little butterflies on it if I can find them. And there they are. Okay, so there we go. Now we have, well, almost, hang on. We're going to put you, I'm going to put you more like that so I can see the butterfly better. There we go. And I think everything is filled. Okay, so there we go. Now then, I've got to get this glue off of my hand. What did I do with my little water thing? Oh, I put it up here so I would be able to remember from where I put it. And of course, I didn't. But there we go. Okay. Now then, the next thing that we need to do, if you wanted to put some stickers on here, you certainly could. But I'm going to trim this edge from the back and cut off all of this excess washi that is kind of hanging over here. We don't want to mess with that when we get going in a second. Just turn it over and trim it off. all the way down. A lot of the pieces I put on right on to the edge, so I don't have to worry about that. But a few of them, you know, end up being hangovers. And I don't want hangovers on the back, so we'll just cut that off. There we go. We have a nice smooth edge. Put that over here on the side and throw that in the trash. And now my glue's all over my fingers again. Can't get it to come off. Okay. Just put it on my shorts. That will work. Okay, we have a little piece there that's not stuck down very good. We're gonna make sure it sticks. Okay, then I do have, what did I do with those? I do have some little butterflies here, so let's see. You know, we could just put one or two random. Doesn't really matter where they are because we don't know where we're going to be cutting. So let's put this one up there. I think he'll look nice. And I love these stickers, so they're just so pretty and vibrant once you get them off this little plastic thing on the back, I tell ya. Okay, so we're gonna put this down here and glue it. I think these would stick just fine, but just to be sure, we'll just put him over there. We'll put this little guy down here. Okay, he came off a little better. Let's see if we can turn this over, get rid of some of that sticky. I'm gonna have to, I'm like a 2-year-old using glue, I tell ya. Alright, we'll put you right there. You already stuck apparently, so we need to use you. There we go. And let's just put you right there. Okay, now that's only 3, but that's plenty. I think that's plenty for now. And I'm going to step over here real quick. I hope this is dry enough. Oh, I saw something sticking up. Alrighty. So I'm going to cut this in half. And since this was a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, it will be 6 inches by 12. So let me get this cut real quick. I'm not going to stop the video. It's just right here. Okay. There we go. Now then, we can come back over here and I can use my little cutter so you can kind of help me decide what we're going to make here. So now this is 6 inches tall, so it's going to be a pretty tall tag, but that's okay. I need some of those as well. So I'm going to make a tag, and I'm going to make it, let's do it up here, 3 inches, which will be 3 by 6. Let's do it 3.5. Make them, oh, no, I don't like that. We're going to do it 3. Goodness. So we're going to cut by 3. We're going to come down here and cut another one by 3. And then this one is about a 6 by 6, I would imagine. So we can just cut 3 more or 2 more at 3 by 3 and make us 4 tags out of this one. So that'll give us 4 tags. Then we can come over here and cut this. This is also 6, but I'm going to cut this one by 4. There we go. That one, and I think I'll cut this one by 4. We have 2 journaling cards now. Now we have a little piece that is 4 by 6. So we're going to cut this in half. 6. So we're going to cut this in half and make 2 small journaling cards. And there we go. So then we got 1, 2, 3 journaling cards, or tags. 4 tags. We got 4 tags. 2 nice size journaling cards. And 2 smaller. You could use them as a journaling card. You could use them as a tag. You could use them however. I am going to go ahead and cut these up here at the top with my corner puncher so I can remember that these these are tags. And so we'll have, no, I'll let the butterfly up. And so you do need to pay attention, I guess, when you're doing this as to what you want on top, what you want on bottom. But for me right now, it really doesn't matter that much because they're kind of a conglomerate. But that's okay. And there we go. And then I'm not going to make these look like tags. I think, I have this little, I think I'm going to make it with a little decorative side. So we'll do this. See if we can get it to cut off. I think maybe it's not quite dry. So that's going to be kind of weird. That one worked. Maybe I just need to do it fast. Fast. There we go. Now can we do this one again and do it fast? Fast. It did not help. Okay. So we got that one. I think we'll round this one. We've got a round and round and round. Now these are going to need some time to dry. These are still pretty wet. Got a lot of glue on there. The back is pretty well okay because I did it ahead of time. I didn't figure y'all wanted to watch me just glue a piece of paper to another piece of paper. And then that way that would give that time to dry a little bit. So let's do some small roundings on these smaller cards. Now, once again, since these are going to go in my stash, I'm not going to put ribbons or things on the tops of them or the tags on them. This one could these 2 smaller ones could easily become a tag if you want them to. The tag doesn't have to have this funky little side edge here. So, you know, you can make those tags later if you want to. And you could make these tags and not do journaling spots, but that's quite okay. I am going to probably ink these, but I'm going to wait until they dry a little bit more. And then I'll just ink around the edges and then we're done. We've got 1. Let's put all this up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. And then when you get ready to use them, you can put words on them. You can put a label on them. You can put more butterflies or dragonflies or whatever you want to put on it. And then we got 2, and these are 4x6, so these are, yes, those are 4x6, so those are nice size journaling cards. And then these turned out to be 4x3, so we've got 2 of those. So we got 8 pieces out of that one 12x12 sheet of paper, and they're very nice. You can use them in your, yeah, they're still a little sticky. So, but I will ink these when they have had time to get dry. And there we go. I hope y'all will make this. This is so much fun. And next time I'm going to use something besides florals. I've got some that are like geometric shape type washi tapes and things like that. And so I thought I have some that are maps. I thought, wow, that might be kind of cool to put in a journal or something, have some cool maps and things like that. So I may cut up some book pages instead of using the washi, but I've got so much washi. I've got to get rid of some of this stuff, so I've got to use it. I'm not going to throw it away, and so I'll just keep using it until it's gone. And there we go. So I may put a little butterfly on these after I get finished, because they look a little plain compared to these with the butterflies on them. So, but there you go. You got, in just a few minutes. Well, I don't know, probably longer. Ceri does them very, very quickly. He could have done this in less than 30 minutes, but for some reason I just can't go that fast. I don't know why. So, but we got them made. We've now got the other ones that we did. We had 1, 2, 3 tags, and 1, 2, 3 journaling cards, and 2 either skinny bookmark type card tags, or you could use these on in your journal. What did I do with my journal? Who knows? It's gone. Every time, I think I have gremlins that come in here and just move stuff just to mess with me. But you can get your journal like this one. You could use this and put this right here at the bottom. Trim it off just a little bit. You could put it on the side and make this a pocket this direction. You know, you could put it up at the top and make it a tuck spot so that you could just tuck something up in there, and that would be perfect too. So I'm not going to decide on these again, just because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, how I'm going to use them. But please, y'all, come on, make some of these, show them to me. Go watch some of Ceri's little videos and see what he's got. Let me kind of move that back over just a little bit. Couldn't see them all, but you could see my glue paper. So there we go. Now you can see them all. So I've enjoyed the afternoon. Thank you for coming and joining me on the ride. If you like the video, please do the thumbs up thing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. We would love to have you be a creative part of our Pink Dragonfly family. We would love it. So think about that. Share the video with everybody you know. We need lots of people in our group. And if you have time, take a little bit of time and go by and check out my online store. My online store, it's at www.pinkdragonflywingz.com. I will try to put that again at the end of the video. I can't put a linkable thing yet. YouTube won't let me. I'm not a big enough girl yet. So hopefully in the future we will get enough subscribers that we can start putting those on there, and I will be able to do that. But check out Ceri the Crafter and make some Masterboards, and let's make the world a little prettier. Okay, thanks again for coming along. I enjoyed it. Until next time, you be creative. Bye.